Hello guys, I know I promised you a video about psychosis and how it's affected my life. I'm still working on getting my thoughts together on that, but I thought I would share with you a life update and a lot has been going on, I feel like, and I just talked to my doctor yesterday. So, here goes. Um After the last run-in with like hypomania and the mania scare, my doctor was like, "Oh, this isn't working, and Depakote isn't great for you anyway." I was losing hair, and that's a side effect. But he was also like, "You wouldn't be able to have children on this, and if it we stayed on this long term, and you found that it worked, then." Like, I wouldn't be able to have children, basically, because you can't be taking the medicine at the same time. It would be harmful to the baby. I think that's the reason. What other reason is there? But anyway, so yeah, I have changed from Depakote to gabapentin. And gabapentin is kind of an off-label drug for bipolar. It goes back to the 90s when it was advertised to psychiatrists as a bunch of, you know, as a drug for bipolar and a bunch of other things that it wasn't really tested properly for, and they were just advertising things. And honestly, when they used it, people with bipolar were seemingly getting better, but recent studies show that there's really no difference between like gabapentin and just the placebo. So I'm kind of confused on that. But when I talked to my doctor about it, he's like, "You're absolutely right. It is off label." But I have um, clients with bipolar who are on gabapentin and find that it works well for them. Um, it helps with anxiety or like kind of moods, I guess. So it's not like completely out there, but it's also used for like nerve pain and other stuff that feels like it shouldn't also apply to bipolar, but I'm just rolling with it, honestly. I also talked to my doctor about how I feel like a lot of what happened this last time wasn't because of the medication, it was because of me and my choices. Because I've always been one to say that medication only goes so far. Um, it takes you a little bit of the way, but your decisions, your like thought control really makes it the difference between like ill and well, I guess. And what happened this last time and other times is I let my sleep slide, and then it came to a point where I couldn't sleep, and there were other things that happened, like taking that double shift at work and becoming tired, and then I couldn't sleep on the next time I before the next time I had to work. So then it just got worse from there because I was just not getting proper sleep. But this kind of built up from when my brothers came home from school and I was spending a lot of time with them, but their hours were different from mine. They stayed up until like 2, 3 in the morning, and I would stay up late with them some days, and then I would also have work on some days as early as 6:30. So it kind of really messed with me because usually I have to have a consistent sleep schedule, or at least I like to, so that I know that I'll be tired enough to fall asleep and that I'll wake up at the same time. And I think that's really helpful, especially for people like me who have bipolar disorder, because sleep for me is the one thing that really determines whether I become manic or not. When my sleep slides, everything else tumbles down. And so I've learned that sleep is important. It's just that I also have to remember that no matter what's going on, I can't just go day after day with inconsistent sleep schedules. So I've been trying to get to bed by like 12:30 every night, and then waking up around 8:30. Um I'm also feeling a lot more tired than I did before this medicine change, and I don't know if that's because of the gabapentin or the Risperdal, but I am like my eyes are just wanting to close sometimes in the morning. Um Maybe I should take the medication earlier, but it's been like 9 hours by now, and he said that it should be out of your system, or not out of your system, but like kind of worked through by now. I'm not sure. Um, it's hard to say, but it's like, what do I do about that, you know? And also another thing I noticed on gabapentin is I'm really off balance in the morning. Like I can walk to the bathroom and fall over almost like twice. So, I mean, like almost fall over twice, not fall over. That would be bad. But it's like when I'm turning corners or when I walk into a room, it's like I'm just losing my balance or feel like I'm not stable. And I heard from, or I read on like that little sheet they give when you pick up your prescription that dizziness is also a side effect. So maybe that could be it. Maybe the gabapentin hasn't worked its way through yet, but I'm just like so dizzy sometimes in the morning, and I attribute that to gabapentin. I'm trying to see if that goes away because when I've been on different medications before, these kind of side effects go away after like a week or two, so I'm trying to see if that's the case. But anyway, just for that update, I'm on 900 milligrams of gabapentin and 1 milligram of Risperdal. And in the future, we're trying to plan getting off Risperdal because of the side effects of that, or potential side effects is like in the future I could develop tardive dyskinesia, and I know I've talked about that before, but it's not fun. Doesn't sound fun. um you guys can look that up, or I can make another video about Risperdal and tardive dyskinesia. But um yeah, so the end goal is to get me on just mood stabilizer and not any antipsychotics regularly, and only when I'm starting to get manic, but we shall see. That's the end goal, but it hasn't worked for us in the past, and I'm kind of getting sick of meeting with him every few days to check in, and I know that if I were on my own, I wouldn't be able to afford that. So I'm hoping that in the next year we figure this all out, and I don't have any run-ins with mania, and that I'm able to have a little bit of self-control when it comes to sleeping and eating and all that good stuff. So here's to better days. I hope you guys are all doing well and that you're taking care of yourself. Feel free to message me on Instagram if you want any advice or just want to talk. It's bipolar gossamer as well. Um, it's now February, so the commenting challenge is over. And I know I didn't upload as much towards the end of January, but I am going to actually close commenting tomorrow. So if you watch this video today, it's February 2nd. If you comment by the end of February 3rd, then I will include you for the January challenge. So basically just comment on 5 videos from January, and I will be sending out um, gifts to all of you who do that. And make sure you like, subscribe, share these videos with your friends. Anything helps, honestly. I'm trying to grow my channel to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. But yeah, comment, like, subscribe. I love you all. See you guys next time.